Donna sacrificed years to pay her sister's $18,000 tuition, only to be erased from a family dinner to impress strangers. Her response? A single click that turned her sister's world upside down. I'm Donna Callaway, a 32-year-old owner of a $50,000 residential HVAC maintenance company in Portland, Oregon, where winters sink to a damp 35 degrees Fahrenheit and summers bask in a warm 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Each morning, I brew a robust pot of black coffee, oversee $100,000 maintenance contracts for my modest $300,000 office, and lead a dedicated $50,000 team of technicians, my career painstakingly forged through a decade of $100 grit, relentless determination, and self-taught expertise, all without the privilege of a college degree to smooth the path. My childhood home, a $250,000 bungalow nestled just 5 miles from the vibrant pulse of Portland's downtown, radiated a deceptive warmth with its polished oak dining room, the comforting aroma of $50 Thanksgiving feasts, and the soft glow of $20 candles that flickered during family gatherings. Yet, beneath this inviting facade, my mother, Ellen Callaway, and my younger sister, Britney Callaway, relegated me to the role of a shadow, overshadowed by Britney's dazzling $400,000 ambitions, her Ivy League aspirations, and polished demeanor outshining the $50,000 sacrifices I made, most notably, funding her $18,740 tuition payments for Columbia University. Britney's $5,000 designer watch and carefully curated charm served as a glittering mask for their $600,000 dismissal, a stark rejection rooted in their $250,000 world where $100 social status reigned supreme, leaving my $83 million worth unnoticed and unvalued. Growing up in that $250,000 bungalow, I quickly learned that love and recognition were reserved for those who exuded polish and prestige, a dynamic that solidified after Dad's passing left a void. Ellen, filled with unwavering devotion to Britney's potential. Ellen, scraping by as a $40,000 retail clerk, poured her energy into nurturing Britney, a $400,000 bound law student destined for elite circles, showering her with $200 celebratory dinners and $100 designer scarves, while my $50,000 HVAC job, with its grease-stained coveralls and calloused hands, elicited only weary sighs and subtle disapproval. At family gatherings, held in the 70 degrees Fahrenheit dining room warmed by $50 roasts, relatives would gather around Britney, exclaiming, "She's our shining star," as they marveled at her $1,000 law school debate victories, their $200 toasts clinking in admiration. While my $50 furnace repairs and $100 maintenance contracts were met with polite nods or outright indifference, as if my work were a minor footnote in the family's $600,000 narrative. At age 15, I proudly brought home a $100 math competition award, my heart swelling with hope that Ellen would display it on the $50 refrigerator, a rare symbol of my worth. Her distracted response, "Focus on your work, Donna," delivered with a glance toward Britney's $300 essay draft, crushed that hope, while Britney's academic achievement was celebrated with a $200 family toast, as if her words were destined to reshape the legal world. I clung to the belief that my $50,000 business, built from $100 late-night studies and $50 repair manuals, would one day earn their pride, but their $250,000 gaze remained fixed on Britney's $400,000 Columbia trajectory, my $100 tools and $50 accomplishments fading into the background of their $600,000 priorities. The disparity between us was stark, an indelible thread woven into the very fabric of our $250,000 household, coloring every interaction with an unspoken hierarchy that placed Britney's aspirations above my contributions. When I was 18, I secured a $50,000 startup loan to launch my HVAC business, a risky venture born of $100 determination, only for Ellen to label it risky. "Donna, focus on something stable," her $300 scarf fluttering with concern, while Britney's acceptance to Columbia, with its $18,740 tuition bill, was met with a $500 family celebration, complete with $200 sparkling cider and $100 cheers, as if her enrollment guaranteed a future of unparalleled prestige. My $100 overtime shifts, grueling hours spent repairing $50 furnaces and $200 air conditioners to keep the business afloat, went unnoticed, while Britney's $1,000 moot court competition victory prompted a $200 round of applause from aunts and uncles, their $100 smiles beaming as if she'd already won a landmark case. At 22, when I closed my first $100,000 maintenance contract, a milestone that solidified my $50,000 company's reputation, Ellen dismissed it as dirty work, not like Britney's path, her $300 scarf a silent judgment, while Britney's $400,000 summer internship at a prestigious law firm was hailed as elite, with $200 family toasts, as if her temporary role outshone my decade of $100 labor. Ellen's effusive declaration, "Britney's our future," delivered with a flourish of her $300 scarf, consistently buried my achievements, such as the $83 million pride I took in building a sustainable $50,000 business from scratch. Britney's patronizing, "You're so practical, Donna," her $5,000 designer watch catching the light, stood in sharp contrast to Ellen's silence regarding my $100,000 contracts, which provided stability for my $50,000 team. At 25, my cherished $50 bedroom, a 65 degrees Fahrenheit sanctuary filled with $100 HVAC manuals and $20 toolkits, was repurposed as Britney's $300 study space, complete with $200 ergonomic chairs and $100 law textbooks, my $20 tools and $50 personal belongings unceremoniously banished to a cramped 60 degrees Fahrenheit attic closet. Ellen's dismissive, Britney's on a refined path, serving as a $250,000 justification for their neglect, a slight that underscored my role as the overlooked sibling in their $600,000 family dynamic. Thanksgiving dinners, held just 2 miles from Portland's bustling downtown, were invariably Britney's $400,000 stage, where her accomplishments were the centerpiece of the evening. Her $1,000 tales of law school triumphs, delivered with a $200 smile, were met with $500 toasts from relatives, their Instagram posts glowing with captions like "*Our pride shines bright." "My $50,000 bonuses for my $100 workers, a gesture of gratitude for their $50 efforts," were brushed aside with Ellen's curt, "Don't bore Britney with your work talk," as if my contributions were an inconvenience to her $400,000 narrative. Relatives showered praise on Britney's $300 law school exams, their $100 nods a stark contrast to the silence that greeted my $50,000 HVAC certifications, earned through $50 night classes and $100 practical exams. Ellen's proud, Britney's elite, her $300 scarf gleaming under the 70 degrees Fahrenheit dining room's $50 chandelier, consistently overshadowed my milestones, such as the $100,000 contracts that expanded my $50,000 company's reach across Portland. Britney's casual remark, "Mason's parents are so formal," laced with her $400,000 ambition and punctuated by the glint of her $5,000 watch, dismissed my $50,000 grit as mere $50 garage work, a label that stung with the weight of their $250,000 $800 scarf world, which remained willfully blind to the $83 million worth I had cultivated through years of $100 labor and $50 determination. I told myself it was fine, that in the fabric of American family values, enduring unreciprocated sacrifice was a testament to loyalty, a belief rooted in the desperate hope that my $50,000 grit would one day earn me a simple $50 nod of recognition, a fleeting acknowledgement of the $500,000 legacy I had built against the odds. Yet, they remained utterly oblivious, their $250,000 bungalow a fortress of selective attention, their $600,000 family narrative centered on Britney's $400,000 aspirations rather than my $83 million reality. They never inquired about the $100,000 maintenance contracts I secured, the $50,000 team I led with $50 pride, or the quiet, profound satisfaction I derived from building a $50,000 business that served Portland's homes and businesses. When I attempted to share these achievements during those 70 degrees Fahrenheit Thanksgiving dinners, Ellen would sigh, "That sounds like tough work," her $300 scarf a silent barrier, before redirecting the conversation to Britney's latest $400,000 law school anecdote, which was met with $200 smiles and $100 praise, as if her academic pursuits were the only measure of success. At 28, I began funding Britney's $18,740 tuition payments, sacrificing $100 late-night shifts and $200 personal vacations to ensure she could chase her $400,000 dreams at Columbia, yet Ellen's enduring mantra, "Britney's our hope," and Britney's dismissive "You're so blue-collar," delivered with a $5,000 watch glint, buried my $500,000 truth beneath the weight of their $600,000 $250,000 shadow, a $400,000 veil that obscured the $83 million heart I had poured into their family, leaving me yearning for a $50 recognition that never came. The Portland dusk settled at a crisp 45 degrees Fahrenheit as I drove home from a grueling $100,000 HVAC maintenance job, my $50,000 pickup truck humming along the quiet streets, a carefully selected $50 bottle of red wine resting on the passenger seat, destined for the annual Thanksgiving dinner at my family's $250,000 bungalow, just 5 miles from the heart of Portland's vibrant downtown. The sky was turning a dusky purple, and a sense of calm washed over me. My $50,000 business closed for the holiday, my $100 workers rewarded with $50 bonuses for their tireless efforts. I was blissfully unaware of the $600,000 betrayal lurking in the wings, a storm that would upend my world. My $200 smartphone buzzed, and I answered with a smile, expecting a familiar request for holiday contributions. "Ellen, hi Mom. I said, my voice warm. I'm on my way home. Apple pie or mashed potatoes this year. A long, unsettling silence followed, the kind that carries a $100 weight, before Ellen's voice, shaky and laced with hesitation, pierced the 70 degrees Fahrenheit calm of my truck's cabin. Donna, there's something I need to tell you, and I hope you'll understand. My brow furrowed, a $50 unease creeping in. What is it, Mom? I asked, my grip on the $200 steering wheel tightening instinctively. Her words landed like a $400,000 blow. I think maybe this year you shouldn't come to Thanksgiving. My foot nearly slipped off the gas pedal, the $50 wine bottle rattling as my heart began to pound with an $83 million fury. What? I gasped, the $600,000 shock reverberating. It's just that Mason, Britney's boyfriend, is bringing his parents over, Ellen continued, her $300 silk scarf practically audible in her trembling tone. They're lawyers, very traditional. Britney wants everything to feel more formal. The $800 implication was clear, and I snapped, my voice trembling with a mix of hurt and disbelief. You mean I'm not allowed to come? I'm not family? Ellen's response, soft but cutting, was a $100 dagger. That's not what I mean, Donna. Of course you're family. It's just, Britney feels you might give the wrong impression. The $400,000 truth hit hard. My $50,000 HVAC job, my calloused hands, my lack of an Ivy League pedigree were a source of shame in Britney's $5,000 watch world. You mean because I'm an HVAC tech? Because I didn't go to an Ivy League school? I roared, my $83 million pride surging, my voice now a raw edge of $500,000 defiance. Do you remember who paid Britney's tuition? I covered all 4 years, $18,740 each semester, while she studied in New York. I never missed a deadline. Ellen went silent, her $800 scarf poise faltering, before she murmured weakly, it's just one evening, Donna. We can see each other another time, maybe a brunch. The $300 dismissal was too much, her tone of familiar $100 guilt trip, softened to make the unforgivable seem reasonable, expecting me to swallow it without protest. I swallowed the bitterness rising in my throat, my $50,000 hands gripping the $200 wheel until my knuckles whitened, and hung up without another word, the $83 million weight of her words crushing the warmth I'd felt moments ago. Back at my $300,000 apartment, the $50 wine sat unopened, a bitter reminder of the $600,000 rejection. Madison's $50 text arrived like a second blow. Britney told Mom you embarrass her. She doesn't want Mason's $400,000 family knowing someone in her house works with their hands. The $100 word seared, my $50,000 laptop gift to Britney at 18, my $100 snowy walks to deliver rent money, erased for her $5,000 watch image. I scrolled to Britney's $400,000 Instagram post, a $1,000 red dress, $200 candles, a perfectly set $250,000 dining table, captioned, a warm Thanksgiving with the ones who matter most, and felt my $50 seat vanish, no $100 mention of me, as if I'd never existed in their $600,000 world. Madison's follow-up, she said you'd make them think we live in a garage, confirmed Britney's $2,000 suit shame, her $400,000 ambition hiding my $83 million truth. Sitting at my $50 desk, I opened Britney's $50,000 tuition portal, $18, $740 due in 14 days, and clicked Remove Payment Method. The $100 confirm prompt, asterisk, this action cannot be undone, asterisk, was a $500,000 stand. My $83 million resolve crystallized as I clicked, the $200 laptop soft ping a $50,000 door slamming shut on their $800 scarf ingratitude. The $600,000 fallout was immediate. Ellen's $300 asterisk Donna Y. Asterisk and Britney's $5,000 watch asterisk. What did you do? The school says it's unpaid. Asterisk flooded my $200 phone, 8 $50 calls, 14 $100 texts. I silenced them. My $83 million calm unshaken, their $400,000 panic no match for my $50,000 boundary. Ellen's 13th $300 call broke through at 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Asterisk Britney's panicked. She'll be expelled. Asterisk her $800 scarf asterisk too harsh. Asterisk met my steady asterisk she's an adult mom. Asterisk you promised to help. Asterisk she snapped. Asterisk family supports family. Asterisk my $50,000 laugh was sharp. Asterisk family doesn't ban me for my $100 job to impress $400,000 strangers. I'm not an ATM for Britney's $5,000 watch lies. Asterisk her desperate asterisk you've changed. Asterisk was countered with no, I'm finally living for myself, ending the $600,000 call with a $100 click. Britney's $5,000 watch text. Asterisk, you've ruined everything. Hope you're happy. Asterisk, went unanswered, her $2,000 soup line to her $400,000 betrayal, her $50,000 asterisk, I've lost everything. Asterisk plea a hollow echo of her $600,000 shame. The $83 million weight of their $800 scarf dismissal didn't sway me. My $500,000 boundary stood firm, a $1 million shield forged in their $250,000 rejection, a testament to my $50,000 truth rising above their $400,000 $5,000 watch facade. My $83 million heart resolute in a $350,000 stand against their $600,000 ingratitude, a $100,000 declaration that I would no longer be erased for their $400,000 status. This moment wasn't born in isolation but was a culmination of years of $100 neglect that had simmered beneath the surface of our $250,000 family dynamic. It echoed the sting of childhood, when Britney's $1,000 high school debate victories were celebrated with $200 family toasts, while my $50 math competition award was dismissed with Ellen's curt asterisk, focus on your work. Asterisk at 18, my $50,000 startup loan for my HVAC business, a bold $100 leap, was labeled risky, while Britney's $18,740 Columbia tuition sparked a $500 family cheer, as if her academic path was the only one worth celebrating. My $100 overtime shifts, spent repairing $50 furnaces and $200 air conditioners to keep my $50,000 company afloat, went unnoticed, while Britney's $1,000 moot court win was hailed with $200 applause, as if her legal prowess defined the family's $600,000 pride. Ellen's $300 scarf declarations of Britney's our future buried my $100,000 maintenance contracts, which brought warmth to Portland's homes, and Britney's patronizing, you're so practical, her $5,000 watch glinting, underscored the $100 slight of their $250,000 priorities, which consistently placed her $400,000 aspirations above my $50,000 achievements. In the $600,000 narrative of their $250,000 bungalow, I was never the daughter who mattered, only the one expected to fund Britney's $5,000 watch dreams while enduring their $800 scarf scorn, my $83 million truth a silent rebellion against their $400,000 $100,000 erasure, a $500,000 stand that marked the beginning of my $1 million journey to reclaim my $50,000 worth. The Portland winter wrapped my $300,000 apartment in a biting 35 degrees Fahrenheit frost, a mere 5 miles from the $250,000 childhood bungalow where the sting of Thanksgiving's $600,000 betrayal festered, Ellen's $300 silk scarf-draped voice declaring, don't come, Donna, and Britney's $5,000 designer watch flashing dismissal, asterisk, you embarrass me, asterisk, cutting deeper than any $50 childhood slight I'd endured. In the 70 degrees Fahrenheit confines of that phone call, Ellen's $800 excuse, you give the wrong impression, targeting my $50,000 HVAC technician job, and Britney's $400,000 Instagram post, captioned, a warm Thanksgiving with the ones who matter most, with its $1,000 red dress and $200 candles, erased the $18,740 tuition payments I'd made semester after semester, sacrifices born of $100 overtime shifts and $200 forfeited vacations. Their $800 scarf greed, blind to the $83 million worth I'd poured into their $250,000 family, cast me not as a cherished daughter or sister, but as a $400,000 source of shame, their betrayal, rejecting my $100 grit to uphold Britney's $5,000 watch status, a raw, searing $250,000 wound that reopened scars from a $600,000 lifetime of $300 neglect, a $83 million pain that throbbed with the unrelenting ache of being unseen. I had been the silent cornerstone of the Callaway family, tirelessly building a $50,000 HVAC maintenance company from the ground up in the shadow of that $250,000 bungalow, a home that never acknowledged the $100 repairs I'd mastered or the $50 resilience that defined me. Every $50 math competition ribbon I earned as a teenager, every $100,000 maintenance contract I secured as an adult, was a desperate plea for their love, a fervent hope that my $18,740 tuition payments for Britney's Columbia education would earn me a $50 nod of pride, a fleeting recognition that my $500,000 heart mattered as much as her $400,000 aspirations. But Britney's damning words, relayed through Madison's $50 text, asterisk, she doesn't want Mason's $400,000 family knowing someone in her house works with their hands, asterisk, and Ellen's complicit, it's just one evening, her $300 scarf fluttering with feigned regret, revealed a brutal truth. I was not a sister or daughter to them, but a utilitarian tool, valued only for the financial support I provided to sustain Britney's $5,000 watch lifestyle, my $83 million worth erased to preserve their $400,000 image. This pain was not a sudden laceration, but a vicious reopening of wounds that had festered since childhood, wounds that bled anew with every memory of being sidelined for Britney's radiance. At age 15, when I brought home a $100 math award, my heart swelling with hope, Ellen's distracted, "Focus on your work," Donna dismissed it, while Britney's $300 high school essay was celebrated with a $200 family toast, as if her words were destined for greatness. My $50,000 startup at 18, a bold venture funded by a $100 loan and fueled by $50 determination, was labeled "dirty work" by Ellen, while Britney's $18,740 tuition to Columbia sparked a $500 family cheer, her academic path deemed the pinnacle of $600,000 family pride. My $100,000 contracts, securing warmth for Portland's homes through $50 furnace repairs and $200 air conditioner installations, were met with Ellen's "that's quaint," her $300 scarf a silent judgment, while Britney's $400,000 summer internship at a prestigious law firm was hailed as refined, complete with $200 applause, as if my decade of $100 labor paled beside her temporary $50 roll. The deepest agony stemmed from their deliberate erasure, their audacious belief that my $50,000 HVAC job, my life's work, my $83 million pride, was a $400,000 blemish unworthy of their $600,000 family narrative, a betrayal that negated the very essence of my $500,000 heart and the sacrifices that had defined it. Britney's scathing rejection, as Madison's $50 text revealed, "If Donna shows up, they'll think we live in a garage," clad in her $2,000 designer suit and punctuated by the glint of her $5,000 watch, mocked the $18,740 semesters I'd funded through $100 late-night shifts, the $200 personal vacations I'd sacrificed to ensure she could chase her $400,000 dreams without financial worry. Her $400,000 Instagram post, with its carefully curated $1,000 red dress and $200 candles, excluded me from the $250,000 dining table, no $50 seat reserved, no $100 mention of my absence, as if I were a ghost in their $600,000 celebration of those who matter most. Ellen's complicit. You might give the wrong impression, delivered with her $300 silk scarf taut and her $800 poise faltering, was a chilling echo of her earlier dismissals, like when my $50 bedroom, a 65 degrees Fahrenheit sanctuary, filled with $100 HVAC manuals and $20 toolkits, was repurposed as Britney's $300 study space, complete with $200 ergonomic chairs and $100 law textbooks, my $20 tools and $50 personal belongings banished to a cramped, 60 degrees Fahrenheit attic closet, her $300 excuse, Britney's on a refined path, a $250,000 justification for sidelining me. They had never paused to ask, "Donna, are you okay?" or shown the slightest curiosity about the $100,000 contracts I'd secured, the $50,000 team I led with $50 pride, or the quiet, profound satisfaction I derived from building a $50,000 business that brought comfort to countless homes. Instead, they showered praise on Britney's $400,000 law school trajectory, her $5,000 designer watch-clad vacations, and her $1,000 academic accolades, offering $200 sympathies for her $50,000 stresses while dismissing my $100,000 contracts, $50 furnace repairs, $200 air conditioner installations, as mere $50 garage work, inconsequential in their $600,000 hierarchy. At that pivotal 70 degrees Fahrenheit moment, when Ellen's $300 scarf fluttered and Britney's $400,000 post glowed, their "you're not family" dismissal was not an act of love, but a brazen $400,000 assertion of status, a ruthless erasure of my $83 million truth to prop up Britney's $5,000 watch facade, a betrayal that pierced my $500,000 heart with the weight of a lifetime spent yearning for a $50 acknowledgement that never came. In the tapestry of American family values, where love and fairness are meant to bind kin in mutual support and recognition, their actions were a profound betrayal, a world where Britney's $400,000 allure and $5,000 watch elegance were exalted above my $50,000 grit. Their $600,000 bungalow a stage for her $400,000 performances rather than a sanctuary that honored my $83 million legacy. I had always placed immense value on self-respect, painstakingly forged through $50 furnace repairs that warmed homes, $100 late-night shifts that built my $50,000 company, and an unwavering commitment to excellence that secured $100,000 contracts, all in the belief that my $83 million worth would one day earn me a simple $50 nod of recognition, a fleeting acknowledgement of the $500,000 heart that had sustained their $250,000 family. Yet, They remained utterly oblivious. Their $250,000 household a fortress of selective attention. Their $600,000 narrative centered on Britney's $400,000 aspirations. Never once inquiring about the $100,000 contracts that fueled my $50,000 business, the $50,000 team I led with $50 pride, or the $83 million satisfaction of creating something enduring without the $400,000 polish they so revered. As I sat in my 65 degrees Fahrenheit apartment, the $600,000 betrayal burned like a $100 flame, their $400,000 greed, rejecting my $50,000 job, mocking my $100 sacrifices, and erasing my $18,740 contributions for Britney's $5,000 watch status, leaving a gaping $250,000 void where $300 familial love should have stood, their $800 scarf accusations and $300 scarf silence extinguishing the $83 million light of my $500,000 heart, a wound that throbbed with the relentless ache of a $600,000 lifetime spent yearning for. A $50 recognition, my $32 million legacy buried beneath their $400,000 expectations, a $100,000 pain that demanded I redefine my $83 million place beyond their $250,000 shadows. The Portland spring unfolded in a gentle 60 degrees Fahrenheit breeze outside my $300,000 apartment, a modest haven just 5 miles from the $250,000 childhood bungalow where the $600,000 sting of Thanksgiving's betrayal had reshaped my world, propelling me to lead $100,000 HVAC maintenance contracts with an unyielding $83 million resilience. Ellen's $300 silk scarf-draped edict, "Don't come to Thanksgiving, Donna," and Britney's $5,000 designer watch flashing dismissal, asterisk, "You embarrass me," asterisk, targeting my $50,000 HVAC technician job, had ignited a firestorm of hurt, culminating in my decisive act of canceling Britney's $18,740 Columbia tuition payment, a $50,000 stand that exposed their $800 scarf ingratitude. By blocking Britney's desperate $100 pleas, ignoring Ellen's manipulative $300 guilt trips, and confronting Britney's dramatic $50,000 outburst in my office, I forged a $500,000 boundary, respect or complete disconnection, my $83 million worth fortified by Madison's $50 truths, their $250,000, $400,000 lies humbled by my $32 million resolve, a $1 million fortress rising against the $5,000 watch deceit that had sought to diminish my $50,000 grip. The fallout from that 70 degrees Fahrenheit Thanksgiving call was swift and relentless, their $600,000 panic erupting like a storm across my $200 smartphone, a deluge of 14 $100 text messages and $8 $50 missed calls that buzzed with the frenetic desperation of a family unaccustomed to accountability. Ellen's voice, trembling with $300 urgency, broke through on her 13th attempt. Asterisk, "Donna, Britney's panicked. She'll be expelled from Columbia." Asterisk, her $800 scarf plea, laced with indignation. Asterisk, "This is too harsh. She's in her final year." Asterisk, was met with my steady, unyielding response. Asterisk, "She's an adult, Mom. She needs to face the consequences of her actions." Asterisk, Ellen's $300 retort. Asterisk, "You promised to help her graduate." Asterisk, was a familiar $100 guilt trip, her $600,000 expectation that I remain the family's $50,000 safety net unchanged. My $50,000 laugh cut through the $800 tension, sharp and resolute. Asterisk, "I promise to help my sister, not someone who bans me from Thanksgiving to impress $400,000 strangers, because my $100 job isn't formal enough. I'm not an ATM for Britney's $5,000 watch lies." Asterisk, her $300 scarf accusation. Asterisk, "You've changed, Donna." Asterisk, was a desperate $600,000 attempt to shift blame, but I countered with a calm, "No, Mom. I'm finally living for myself," ending the $100 call with a definitive $50 click, my $83 million resolve unshaken by her $800 manipulation. Britney's $5,000 watch text flooded in. Asterisk, "What did you do?" "The school says my tuition's unpaid." Asterisk, followed by asterisk, "You've ruined everything. Hope you're happy." Asterisk, each $100 plea a hollow echo of her $400,000 entitlement, her $2,000 designer suit and $300 confidence blind to the $600,000 shame she'd inflicted by erasing my $50,000 sacrifices for her $400,000 image. I left them unanswered, my $200 phone silenced, their $400,000 cries no match for the $83 million boundary I'd erected, a $500,000 shield that held firm against their $250,000 $800 scarf greed. The tension escalated weeks later in my $300,000 office, a 70 degrees Fahrenheit space of $50,000 HVAC blueprints and $100,000 contracts, when Britney stormed through the $200 glass door, her $2,000 suit disheveled, $300 heels caked in Portland's muddy spring rain, mascara streaking her face like a $50,000 portrait of desperation. Asterisk, I need to talk to my sister. Asterisk, she shrieked, her $400,000 voice freezing my $100 technician's mid-meeting, the $600,000 scene a chaotic eruption of her $5,000 watch entitlement. Asterisk, you're ruining my life. Asterisk, she bellowed, her $300 scarf flapping as she advanced. Asterisk, you can't just cut me off like nothing happened. Asterisk, I rose, my $50,000 gaze cold as steel, my $83 million calm unyielding. Asterisk, this is my place of business, Britney. You don't get to cause a $100 scene here because you refuse to face your $400,000 choices. Asterisk, her $5,000 watch wrist trembled, her $50,000 plea. Asterisk, I'm your sister. Asterisk, ringing hollow against the $600,000 truth of her betrayal. You're the sister of the woman who runs this $50,000 company, not the one running it. I countered, my $100 voice steady. Asterisk, you lost the right to disrupt my work when you erased me for Mason's $400,000 parents. Asterisk, security stepped forward. Their $100, ma'am. Leave now, firm. Britney's $300 snap. Asterisk, don't touch me. I'm her sister. Asterisk, futile as they escorted her $600,000 figure out, her $2,000 suit a fading emblem of her $400,000 collapse, my $500,000 boundary a $1 million fortress against her $50,000 outburst, the $83 million silence of my $100 team a testament to my $50,000 stand. This $600,000 confrontation was not an isolated eruption but a culmination of years of $100 neglect, a pattern etched deep into the $250,000 fabric of our family's dynamics, where Britney's $400,000 radiance consistently overshadowed my $50,000 grit. It echoed the sting of childhood, when Britney's $1,000 high school debate victories were celebrated with $200 family toasts, while my $50 math competition award was dismissed with Ellen's curt asterisk, focus on your work. Asterisk, at 18, my $50,000 startup loan for my HVAC business, a bold $100 venture, was labeled risky, while Britney's $18,740 Columbia tuition sparked a $500 family cheer, her $400,000 path deemed the pinnacle of $600,000 pride. My $100 overtime shifts, repairing $50 furnaces and $200 air conditioners to sustain my $50,000 company, went unnoticed, while Britney's $1,000 moot court win was hailed with $200 applause, as if my $100 labor paled beside her $50 academic feats. Ellen's $300 scarf declarations of Britney's our future buried my $100,000 contracts, and Britney's $5,000 watch, you're so practical, underscored the $100 slight of their $250,000 priorities, which exalted her $400,000 aspirations over my $50,000 achievements. I had poured $18,740 into Britney's $400,000 dreams, sacrificing $100 late-night shifts and $200 personal vacations, my $100 heart believing my $50,000 support would earn a $50 place at their $250,000 table, yet they shunned my $50,000 grit. Their $600,000 asterisk wrong impression. Asterisk a $400,000 theft of my $83 million worth, not a $300 act of love. Madison's $50 texts, revealing Britney's $400,000 lies, and my $200 laptop's $100 click were my $500,000 kin, not their $600,000 $5,000 watch greed. By blocking Britney's $100 asterisk, I messed up. Asterisk please, ignoring Ellen's $300 asterisk, you're cruel. Asterisk guilt, and standing firm against Britney's $50,000 asterisk, you're ruining me. Asterisk outburst, I carved a $83 million boundary, a $1 million haven where my $32 million truth shone, unyielding against their $250,000 $800 scarf accusations, a $350,000 stage where my $50,000 heart stood resolute, no longer tethered to their $400,000 $600,000 expectations, but free to thrive in the $83 million light of my $500,000 worth. In the tapestry of American family values, where love is meant to bind kin in mutual respect, their $600,000 rejection was a betrayal, prioritizing Britney's $400,000 $5,000 watch allure over my $50,000 sacrifices. My $83 million boundary wasn't vengeance, but a $500,000 declaration of self-worth, a $1 million fortress built from $100 grit, $50 resilience, and $200 determination, unshaken by their $800 scarf, $250,000 lies. A $350,000 testament to my $50,000 truth, rising above their $400,000, $600,000 shadows. My $83 million heart, a radiant $32 million beacon in a $250,000 world that had once sought to dim my $500,000 light. The Portland summer enveloped my $300,000 apartment in a balmy 80 degrees Fahrenheit embrace, a mere 5 miles from the $250,000 childhood bungalow where I'd once dreamed of familial warmth, as I led $100,000 HVAC maintenance contracts with a steadfast $83 million resilience. Strengthened by my bold decision to cut Britney's $18,740 Columbia tuition payment in the wake of Thanksgiving's searing $600,000 betrayal. Britney's $5,000 designer watch flashing dismissal. Asterisk, you embarrass me. Asterisk relayed through Madison's $50 text and Ellen's $300 silk scarf draped command. Don't come to Thanksgiving, Donna. Had laid bare their $400,000 greed, prioritizing Britney's $400,000 social status over my $50,000 sacrifices. $18. 740 semesters funded by $100 overtime shifts and $200 forfeited vacations. By canceling the $50,000 tuition payment with a single $200 laptop click and blocking their $100 desperate pleas, I erected a $500,000 boundary that shattered their $800 scarf facade, leaving Britney to drop out of Columbia, lose her $400,000 boyfriend Mason, and return humbled to Ellen's $250,000 bungalow. Their $600,000 pride crumbling in a $50 reckoning for their $5,000 watch lies, while my $32 million piece stood as a radiant $1 million shield, untouched by their persistent $400,000. Attempts to shift blame. Britney's $50,000 downfall was swift and stark, a dramatic unraveling of the $400,000 pedestal she had meticulously constructed with my $18,740 tuition payments, each semester sustained by my $50,000 overtime shifts that had kept her $5,000 watch lifestyle afloat through $100 late-night repairs and $200 sacrificed personal days. Madison's urgent $50 text painted a vivid picture. Asterisk, Britney showed up at Mason's house, crying in his yard for nearly an hour. Asterisk, her $400,000 world collapsed when Mason, stunned by her $300 deception, claiming her parents covered her $18,740 tuition, erasing my $50,000 role as her benefactor, ended their $50,000 relationship. His sharp rebuke. Asterisk, you lied about Donna. Asterisk, stripping away the $2,000 designer suit and $5,000 watch that had once defined her $400,000 facade, leaving her exposed as a $600,000 fraud. Unable to secure the $18,740 needed to continue, Britney dropped out of Columbia, her $400,000 law school aspirations abandoned, and retreated to Ellen's $250,000 bungalow, jobless and stripped of the $800 necklace flair that had once dazzled her $400,000 social circle. Her once vibrant $400,000 Instagram account, previously alight with $1,000 vacation posts from Cabo and $200 limited edition designer bags, fell eerily silent, a $600,000 testament to her $50,000 fall, her $300 scarf no longer a shield against the $400,000 reality of her self-inflicted ruin. Ellen, her $300 silk scarf frayed and her $800 poise shattered, faced mounting $50,000 debts without my $7,000 monthly financial support, her $600,000 accusations. Asterisk, you're cruel, Donna. Asterisk, silenced by the stark truth of their $250,000 financial strain, the $250,000 bungalow's oak-paneled dining room, once alive with $200 toasts for Britney's $1,000 law school triumphs, now a barren echo of their $400,000 pride. My childhood $50 HVAC tools and $20 manuals long discarded in favor of her $500 academic accolades, now worthless in the wake of their $600,000 collapse. The family's $250,000 downfall rippled beyond Britney, ensnaring Ellen and their $600,000 network of relatives in a web of $400,000 shame and $50,000 accountability they could no longer sidestep. Michael, a cousin living 15 miles away in Beaverton, sent a $50 text. Asterisk, Donna, they're rough. Your $83 million truth hit them hard. Asterisk, my reply was measured. Asterisk, their $5,000 watch lies brought this, not my $50,000 stand. Asterisk, Ellen's $300 silk scarf, once a fluttering emblem of her fervent Britney's Our Future declarations, hung limp, her $800 attempts to guilt me into resuming $7,000 payments. Asterisk, you're abandoning your sister. Asterisk, falling silent as she grappled with $50,000 debts accrued to sustain Britney's $400,000 lifestyle of $1,000 vacations and $200 designer accessories, her $250,000 bungalow, a hollow shell stripped of its $600,000 warmth. Its oak dining room, a silent graveyard of $300 dreams that had crumbled under their $400,000 hubris. Relatives who had once filled the $250,000 dining room with $200 cheers for Britney's $1,000 law school presentations and $500 toasts for her $400,000 internships, all unknowingly funded by my $100 late-night shifts, withdrew their $400,000 support. Their $600,000 silence a louder verdict than the $200 applause they had once showered upon her, their absence marking the irreparable fracture of the family's $250,000 unity. Aunt Carol and Uncle Jeff, who had once lauded Britney's $300 law school exams with $100 nods, joined the $600,000 chorus of blame, their $50 messages, *Donna, you went too far. Echoed by a high school friend's $50 text, people say you're cold now, but these $400,000 accusations were mere whispers against the $83 million clarity of my $50,000 boundary. Their $800 scarf indignation no match for the $32 million truth that had exposed the $5,000 watch greed at the heart of their $600,000 narrative, a $400,000 lie that could no longer obscure my $500,000 worth. This $600,000 reckoning was not a consequence I had sought but a direct result of their $400,000 avarice, a self-inflicted $250,000 wound born of their unwavering prioritization of Britney's $5,000 watch status over my $50,000 sacrifices, a $50 lesson in $100 neglect that they could no longer evade. Their $250,000 ruin, Britney's $50,000 dropout status, her loss of Mason's $400,000 affection, Ellen's $50,000 debts, and the $400,000 erosion of their $600,000 social standing was a stark testament to their $600,000 greed, not a reflection of my $500,000 truth. The $250,000 bungalow, once a vibrant stage for $200 toasts and $100 cheers celebrating Britney's $400,000 law school journey, stood as a silent monument to their $600,000 missteps, its oak dining room a graveyard of $300 aspirations that had crumbled under the weight of their $400,000 lies. My $50 childhood HVAC tools and $20 manuals discarded in favor of her $500 academic pursuits, now rendered meaningless in their $600,000 collapse. My $83 million piece, radiant and unshaken, stood as a $1 million shield against their $400,000 attempts to shift blame, a $350,000 testament to my $50,000 resilience that had prevailed despite their $800 scarf accusations and $300 scarf silence, a $32 million beacon illuminating my $500,000 worth in a $250,000 world that had once sought to dim it. The $600,000 family narrative, built on Britney's $400,000 $5,000 watch allure, had collapsed under its own $400,000 weight, leaving them to confront the $50,000 reality of their $600,000 choices, while I stood firm, my $83 million heart unburdened by their $250,000 $400,000 expectations, a $1 million fortress of $50 grit and $100 determination that no $800 scarf lie could breach, my $500,000 truth a $350,000 stage where my $83 million light shone brightly, forever free from their $600,000. Shadows, a $50,000 victory born of $100 sacrifice and $200 courage in a $250,000 world that had once sought to erase my $83 million worth. In the fabric of American family values, where love is meant to foster mutual respect and recognition, their $600,000 betrayal, exalting Britney's $400,000 $5,000 watch status while dismissing my $50,000 sacrifices, was a profound violation, a world where my $100 labor was deemed unworthy of their $250,000 table. Yet my $83 million boundary, forged in the $600,000 fire of their $400,000 greed, was not vengeance, but a $500,000 declaration of self-worth, a $1 million testament to the $50 grit, $100 resilience, and $200 determination that had built my $50,000 empire. A $350,000 stage where my $32 million truth stood resolute, unyielding against their $800 scarf, $250,000 accusations, a radiant $83 million light that illuminated my $500,000 heart, forever free from their $400,000 $600,000 shadows, a $50,000. Victory born of $100 sacrifice and $200 courage in a $250,000 world that had once sought to erase my $83 million worth. The Portland autumn shimmered under a crisp 55 degrees Fahrenheit sky outside my $300,000 apartment, a tranquil sanctuary just 5 miles from the $250,000 childhood bungalow where the $600,000 wounds of Thanksgiving's betrayal had once threatened to dim my $83 million resilience. Now a radiant beacon as I led $100,000 HVAC maintenance contracts with unwavering $50,000 grit. Ellen's $300 silk scarf-draped command, "Don't come to Thanksgiving, Donna," and Britney's $5,000 designer watch flashing dismissal, asterisk, "You embarrass me," asterisk, had sought to erase my $50,000 sacrifices, $18, $740 tuition payments funded by $100 overtime shifts, but my decisive $50,000 act of canceling those payments had crushed their $400,000 greed, shattering their $800 scarf facade. Embracing the $50 wisdom of my grandmother Donna Callaway's letter, the $100 support of Madison's texts, and the $50,000 loyalty of new allies, I expanded my $83 million HVAC empire, forging a $32 million piece that illuminated my $500,000 heart. Liberated from the $250,000 shadows of their $600,000 lies, my $83 million truth, a $1 million testament to living unapologetically, free from their $400,000, $5,000 watch expectations. My $300,000 office, transformed with $50,000 cutting-edge carbon monoxide testing equipment, became a hub for $1 million maintenance contracts with a chain of Pearl District coffee shops, my $100,000 team of technicians thriving under my $50,000 leadership, a stark contrast to the $250,000 bungalow's oak dining room, once a stage for Britney's $1,000 law school triumphs and $200 toasts, now a silent relic of their $400,000 pride. Evelyn's handwritten letter, delivered from her $150,000 Salem home, was a $50 anchor for my $83 million journey. Asterisk, my dear Donna, when a woman like you sets boundaries, many will feel uncomfortable. Don't let that stop you. I'm proud of you for protecting your heart. Asterisk, her $300 words, penned with the gentle slant of her $50 voice, were a rare beacon of recognition, cutting through the $600,000 blame. Ellen's asterisk, you're cruel. Asterisk, and Britney's $5,000 watch, asterisk, you've ruined me. Asterisk, to affirm my $500,000 worth, a $100 validation that choosing myself was not betrayal, but courage. Britney's $50,000 collapse, dropping out of Columbia, losing Mason's $400,000 affection, and returning jobless to Ellen's $250,000 bungalow, her $2,000 suit and $5,000 watch stripped of $800 necklace flare, didn't sway me, nor did Ellen's $300 scarf silence. Her $50,000 debts a $600,000 consequence of their $400,000 greed. Madison's $50 text, they're rough, Britney's dropped out, Ellen struggling, carried the $100 weight of their $250,000 ruin, but their $50 nods of acknowledgement, however tentative, were a $100,000 gesture, not redemption, in a $600,000 family still grappling with their $5,000 watch lies. My $83 million piece, a $1 million haven unshaken by their $400,000 blame. I thrived. Hiring $50,000 technicians, securing $1 million contracts, my $100,000 deal's $83 million monument to $50 grit, $100 late-night shifts, and $200 determination that had built my $50,000 empire without the $400,000 polish Ellen and Britney revered. Evelyn's $50, protect your heart, echoed as I redesigned my $300,000 office with $50,000 neutral-toned elegance, a $100,000 space reflecting my $500,000 worth, unburdened by the $250,000 bungalow's $300 memories, Britney's $1,000 debates, my $50 tools discarded for her $500 textbooks. Their $600,000 downfall, Britney's $50,000 dropout status, Ellen's $50,000 debts, and the $400,000 fracture of their $600,000 pride, didn't erase her $2,000 suit asterisk garage worker. Asterisk taunts or my $50 attic-bound manuals, but their $50,000 silence was a $100,000 step, my $83 million piece, a $350,000 stage for my $500,000 light, forged in a $600,000 betrayal that had sought to dim my $32 million truth. In America, family is love, but mine was Britney's $400,000, $5,000 watch glow over my $50,000 grit, their $600,000 asterisk wrong impression. Asterisk a $400,000 theft, not $300 care. Madison's $50 truths, Evelyn's $100 letter, and my $100,000 empire were my $500,000 kin, not their $800 scarf, $250,000 lies, my $83 million boundary, a $1 million fortress, a $350,000 haven where my $50,000 heart shone, free from $400,000 shadows. As Donna Callaway, I built a $50,000 HVAC empire, funding Britney's $18,740 tuition, only to be banished from Thanksgiving by Ellen's $300 wrong impression, and Britney's $5,000 watch. You embarrass me for my $100 job. Their $400,000 greed erased my $50,000 sacrifices, but cutting their $50,000 payment, I set a $500,000 boundary, finding $83 million peace with Evelyn's $50 wisdom. To Americans cherishing family, don't let dismissal dim your worth. If kin shame your $100 grit, demand respect. It's not betrayal, it's dignity. Build with true allies like Madison, not $800 scarflies. Resilience isn't enduring $50,000 scorn, it's thriving despite it. I reclaimed my $32 million heart. Start now. Embrace your $500,000 truth, live unapologetically, and shine beyond $400,000 shadows. Have you ever been sidelined by family for your work or choices? And how did you reclaim your value? Did you set boundaries, find new allies, or forge your own path? Share your story in the comments.